My first experience with a shadow person happened Christmas night when I was 11 years old. My brother and I had been given a room to share in our dark basement. For some reason, he was spooked that night and refused to go down to our room. I, being more cavalier, decided to go down and sleep alone. I was playing with my brother's Ultimate Warrior action figure, the kind that could speak, and I pulled the string until I heard my favorite saying 3 times in a row.
I fear no man. I fear no man. I fear no man.
After that, I laid down to rest. As I glanced up into the darkness, I saw the silhouette of a figure, a somewhat small person floating in the air. The figure was pure black, darker than the surrounding darkness. It wasn't looking directly at me, but off to my left side, and from that angle, I could see the profile of its nose perfectly. My first instinct was to stay perfectly still, as if I were dead, hoping it would leave me alone like some kind of animal that ignores a corpse. I prayed for over half an hour for it to go away, but it didn't. Eventually, I was so terrified that I cried myself to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, it was gone. I ran upstairs as fast as I could and told my mom everything. 4 years after that, I prayed every night, asking God to take away my ability to see into the spirit realms. And for the most part, that's exactly what happened. I stopped seeing things for many years. Then, when I was around 30 years old, I was wandering through a spiritual fair and came across a booth offering photos of people's auras. I was fascinated, so I asked the psychic running the booth, someone I had never met, how one could see auras on their own. She paused, looked at me as if she was seeing through my energy, and said, "You don't see because you're afraid to see." In that moment, I remembered my experience from childhood and realized she was right. I made up my mind then and there that I wouldn't be afraid anymore, so I could see again.